Hi guys, Edra Izzo here. Happy new moon. Happy last new moon of 2022. Crazy. This time in 2 weeks, it will be like a whole week through next year. Blown, mind blown. Hopefully you can hear me fine. I had a couple of outtakes. I'm trying to making sure everything. This is gonna be my second visual podcast, which basically just means I'm going to also upload this in the format where you'll just hear it, but also it will be a video. This will be live and posted by 5 p.m. today, December 23rd, 2022. I'm not going to be live just because there is so much going on and I have clients and other things happening. So you are going to get to see it live yourself though. And the way that I'm going to do this one is we are going to do the card reading, some general guidance, and then we're going to go into the Reiki and meditation. But I think this time I'm going to do an active meditation. I love active meditations because they are great for when you're trying to zone out, but not necessarily zone out, right? So like when you're taking a shower, or maybe you're driving, or maybe you're washing the dishes. You do obviously want to make sure that you are focused. So if you feel that you can't do that or you don't want to try, I definitely suggest make sure you're safe at all points. But I'm going to try to do probably more of like an affirmation, focusing on things. You can keep your eyes open, kind of a meditation. So you can kind of do that, whenever. Normally this separate. Normally I'm like, oh, you gotta pick one or the other, listen or drive, or do whatever. This time, hopefully you can be a little active. Okay, so it's so interesting to me that it is like already gonna be 2023. I started Happy Shits Are Happening, my podcast, in December of 2019. So you're right now in December of 2022. Yeah, I know. So the first, it's just crazy. The first card deck that I'm going to be doing is called the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. For those of you that can see, you can't really see too well, but if you DM me, I'll send you whatever you want. Like I'll send you be like, which card decks did you use? And I'll make sure I send them over. Maybe this can see it better. Yeah, just a little better. As normal, this is all just gonna be, because it's a general, we just take what resonates with you, and if something doesn't resonate, then don't take that necessarily, don't take it personal, just throw away what doesn't belong to you and totally accept what does belong to you, kind of thing. I just pulled one more card. I did get one, and I will be describing what each card looks like for those of you who are just listening. I might also, we shall see. I might be putting this on my YouTube as well, Edra's Mystical Divination. And sorry, the music to me was a little like, whoa. But that might not be at the same time. It might be. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. That's too many. Or is it just, no, that's too many. Well, so far, I'll tell you what I got. So far, we have the Dolphin Spirit, card number 20. This and that are true. That's what it says. I will be reading because I have so many decks, I don't have them all memorized, especially the oracles. You can go I go based off of like how I feel about it, but it is nice to sort of get what the artist thought. So that's for me. I do. Maybe are we just gonna have one? Is that all you're gonna give me? You're just gonna give me one card? Well, let's see, you're sending me too many. I don't want all of them. Yeah. This and that are true. That sounds like my and and or mentality, kind of like and live the and life, this and that. The card itself has a dolphin and a lotus on the bottom, like a lotus flower. Just do this one. What is this? Dove spirit, be at peace. Oh, okay. So the dolphin spirit, for those of you that can see it, I'm holding it up right now, and those that cannot see it, it's a dolphin, like kind of jumping over a lotus flower, and the colors are sort of pink, purple, and whitish. And then we got the dove spirit, which is card 21. 20 and then 21. And you guys saw that I, or heard even that I shuffled. I did shuffle. For those that can't see it, it is a dove that has a crown on the top. These colors are blue and white, kind of, this one's a little darker, but they sort of do match. All right, so I'm going to read those. We have dolphin spirit, this and that are true, and dove spirit, be at peace. This. Okay. 19. All right, 20s. This and that are true. Dolphin spirit, like her earthly manifestation, is a reminder of duality. As the dolphin is both mammal and sea creature, so too is dolphin spirit both this and that. Two truths coexist, the story you tell and another as well. The duality of life is present when we are suffering, for there is a blessing too in the helpers that appear, right? Because happy shits are happening. I mean, that's kind of what this whole podcast was sort of inspired by, right? Within clouds are silver linings. When we later reflect on what happened, we can see that a situation was both this and that, and a choice led to both joy and sorrow. Let's see what the protection message. When you most want to be acknowledged as right and see other ways as wrong, dolphin spirit appears as a reminder that the story of your suffering and righteousness is a little more complicated than you are admitting right now. Do you want to see things in black and white and be rigid in your ideas of what's correct and what is not? Release your rigidity and embrace the fluidity of life as you recognize the grays that remind you there are two sides to every story, an upside to each downside, and a blessing in every challenge. What you think is wrong may end up being right for you. So let dolphin spirit soften your heart so that you make the best decision at this time, playing with the possibilities that present themselves. Man, tell me, some of us got some shit we might be thinking about, some things that maybe our society says is wrong. That just makes me think of, like, I want to be a homeschool. I want to homeschool and stay home with my children, a stay-at-home mom, right? Well, and like right now, society is telling me that's really wrong and not allowed. But like, I think that's correct for me. And I've had to do a lot of soul searching, and even my family is now okay with it. But at first they were like, what are you saying, Edra? Like, you cannot, no, do not like give away your power like that. And I'm like, that's keeping it, right? But like society at first, so I just have to be open, right? And then we have the dove spirit, which is be at peace. And that's just definitely like giving that message that we need to be peaceful, like we need to like give ourselves the grace and the space, right? Just kind of sit with the things right now. So the message: with her peaceful cooing, the gentle dove spirit invites you to embrace the energy of peace and allow compassion to warm your heart. Yeah. You always have the power to generate peace within you, and the appearance of dove spirit is a reminder that today and every day is a good day to meditate, to quiet any turbulence within within as you embody tranquility. The peace you seek rises within and spreads out into the world as Spirit sends her messenger to remind you of the beauty of a harmonious existence with all that is. How beautiful and powerful is your compassionate heart. Protection message. However disturbed the waters around you, however troubled your heart, Dove Spirit is there to remind you that peace without begins within as you reconnect with Spirit through practices that awaken you from spiritual amnesia. Your true nature is as a peaceful child of Spirit, but how easily you forget. You are being invited to sit in the cozy, safe nest of Spirit. Soon the waters will become still and you will feel peace again. Be compassionate with yourself at this time, for all of us can forget that peace is always at hand, always there, gifted to us by Spirit. Become the peace you wish to see in the world so you can reduce any suffering, performing acts of kindness and radiating love. Yeah. So, like I said, basically, some of us are sitting with the knowledge, like maybe it's even, I'm getting like generational cycles. I dropped something. Sorry, everyone. There's some generational cycles like in your family that you are like debating, like, oh my gosh, can I break this? Like, am I the one that has to break this? Yeah. Yeah, it's you. You got to do it. Nobody else in your family up until this moment has been capable without you. That's not to say anything bad. That's not to say anything about the future. That is a fact, because if anyone was capable without you, then they would have already done it. Yeah. So you're seeing that chain, the cycle, the circle. You're seeing the links so that you can be the one to break them. Because chances are that clearly you're one of the only ones that is able to do it. So I did just get these cool new, they're self-care cards, you guys. And I am going to pull some for us because obviously with the Dove Spirit saying that we need to meditate, which we're going to do, there's some self-care stuff in here, I'm sure, that we need to be doing for ourselves. Like we need to, especially this next coming up new month, right? Like January is the month where everybody becomes really hard on themselves. We're like, new year, new me, guys. Like, why does it have to be just in January? No. It's not new year, new you, because we love you as you are. And maybe you start the process, but not poof, you're going to be a new you, right? So just make sure that this next month you are giving yourself the grace. You know, I've lived like multiple lives within this one life, within the one life. So we're not even talking about past life regression here. We're literally just talking about the me that I was when I first started this podcast is the same, the core, but I'm actually closer to the me of my core right now than I was when I first started. Okay, we have morning sunshine. The cards are pretty plain, guys. So morning sunshine. Sleep with blinds or curtains open or ajar to enjoy the first rays of sunshine lighting up your room. So that one's easier said than done. Just like for me, I need it to be really like dark when I'm sleeping. But if you can, that, or at least right when you get up in the morning, like open up those blinds and get that sunshine in, you know, for, you know, the next month. Try it. See. Oh. Cut yourself some slack. I mean, how many times are the cards going to have to say that, right? For us to be like, oh, maybe I'll give myself some compassion. Messed up royally. Said something you really wish you didn't. Acknowledge the issue, but make a firm decision to learn from it, move forward, and grow. Above all else, remember you are only human. And isn't that the dang truth? Isn't that the dang truth? Okay. Especially from the dove and the dolphin, the DD. Look at that. I mean, Yeah, this and that. Like, you can be an amazing spiritual being, but you're also in this human body. Like, not even but, and you're also in this human body. This is a this moment and a that moment. You're going to exist here and you're never going to mess up. Your inside spirit, higher self you is going to know what to do all the time. But you're also right now maneuvering the human body, which is like a very complicated and yet sort of simple, complicatedly simple computer. Like, we are a computer right now. We are this crystal that I'm holding in my hand, but we're put together differently and we can like move around and stuff. But like, literally, we are a thing that like has to live in the world and has to figure out how to do stuff. And we're not just like a sedentary rock. Like, these crystals, they hold information, they transfer information, they are beings, right? That's us. It's just a different format and we're just doing it differently. But our brain is so like, there's so much to it. We're barely learning about all of our brain, right? I'm gonna pull some. These are, just in case they're chakra love cards. So we're just gonna give our chakras some love. Yeah. I mean, I kind of called it, right? Like, if you just fucked up, that's okay. You can hold in this that you fucked up and also hold in that you are good. And for all of those listeners, I now want to tell you, since it just popped up right for me, I'm engaged. That happened December 10th, 2022. So this month on the 10th. So you're looking at 13 days ago. So there's that. Okay, so I just pulled the 2 root cards. They're both for the root. We have hematite. For those that can see, it just is a card, shows you what like hematite kind of looks like. That's for your root. Hematite says foundation. Foundation is what the castle of your soul is built upon. And then we have another root. We have red jasper. Grounding. Sink your roots deep. Connect them to the earth, the heart of the earth. Connect them to the heart of the earth. I mean, how did we get 2 root cards? Obviously, this is about survival. So there's some big decisions some of us are making right now. There's some big decisions. I mean, getting married, that's, I would say, a big decision, right? That has to do with like survival and stuff, kind of. And then we also have intuition, third eye chakra, amethyst. Intuition is the little tug that pulls you towards your light. So some of us are probably having, this is now going to group in all that I just pulled for us, right? Some of us right now are having our intuition pull us to things that maybe at a time was wrong. Like, when I was in high school, I was really against cannabis. Like, no, that shit was fully wrong for me. Like, no, I would like break up with people, not even that many, but like I broke up with someone because they smoke cannabis. And like, now I'm like, cannabis, hey, like that shit is fucking awesome, right? So it's right for me now. But like at one point, it was not right for me. Right? So there's probably something that either society, your family, like the generational, the people around you, like say that you are in a bad friends circle or something. Like, there's something where you're like, that's wrong. That's wrong. No, I'm not doing that. That's wrong. But also part of you intuitively is like, yeah, but maybe I like that. Or maybe that's where I need to go. And so you're kind of fighting yourself right now about something. Like, you're kind of like, do I do that? Do I not do that? Right? Like, oh, do I not be friends with somebody because I'm just feeling like I shouldn't, but like maybe I should, but it's wrong to just randomly not want to have friends with somebody like that. Maybe it's right. Like, whatever the situation is, only you are going to really know exactly what this means. And at this exact moment, it might not make sense. Just to let you know that this might be something that you have to, especially the viewers of me that are watching and listening at the same day, same time, like the live listeners, right? This might be something that happens to you over a little bit of time, like the next week or the next month, since these energies are for the new moon, they're for the new, like, coming in your next month, right? Especially since I really only do stuff on the new moon, at least right now, right? So when I'm working with you, we're doing new moon. So you're getting a whole month, like last month, what we said, did any of that resonate? You know what I mean? Like, probably some of it even developed throughout the month. That's going to be the same sort of concept right now. But you've got to make sure that we're soaking in the sunshine. So whether or not that means, like, before I was doing this, my windows were way more open. Like, believe it or not, that is closed. The windows. It is a day. So, you see some light. Normally I am doing this in the nighttime. But I was soaking in the sun. Like, we were like, okay, this is morning now. It's morning. Let me, like, have the sun. So same for you. And if you, for some reason, can't get light inside your house in the morning, like, that means, like, go walk your dog or go walk yourself or something and just kind of, like, be in some sun. And then obviously you legitimately heard the dove spirit saying to meditate. So any of us that need that extra push, like, just meditate and meditate 10 minutes, like, just meditate, right? Seriously, put your alarm in the morning for 10 minutes early, and then put another alarm, and then in between those two alarms, just be awake and meditate a little. Whether that means you sit up in your bed and just kind of sit and you're like, oh, okay, and then you just meditate, or you lay down and you just kind of meditate, or you follow a meditation in that time period. There's a lot of options, but we're being called to have that because there's some stuff that we're going to have the space to have. Yeah, I know. There's a lot. It's a lot. It's okay. That's fine. This and that they can exist. Right. So now I'm going to invite us to get into more of a comfortable position, or even get into the task that we wanted to be sort of focused on. We're going to switch our gears into the Reiki and the meditation. And I'm going to turn up my music just a little. Just a little. Right. It's good. All right. Okay. So those of you that want to close your eyes, I'm inviting you now to close your eyes. And those of you who are going to be doing an activity, I just ask you to make sure that you are safe in whatever you're doing. Yeah, I think this works. Okay. If you are able, I'm gonna have you put your feet on the ground or get really focused into what you're doing. So you're gonna want right now to be focused on the physical that you feel right now. And again, all you need to energetically do to receive the Reiki right now is to just accept it. You can say out loud or into your head, I accept the Reiki energy being sent to me right now. And you're going to focus on your hands, your legs. So if you're doing nothing, then I invite you to maybe rub your legs, rub your hands, rub your shoulders. If you're doing something, then say you're washing dishes, then imagine not imagine, but feel the water on your hands or your hands in your gloves. Feel the floor beneath your feet. Feel the steering wheel in your hands. And if your eyes are not open, then imagine what you might be seeing in your room right now. And if your eyes are open, then look at everything. Take in all the sights and all the sounds, all the colors. And keep your gaze wherever you feel kind of comfortable. Just let your gaze be active, be passive. Continuing to focus on sensations, maybe in your hands, in your bottoms of your feet, in your seat bone. And we're going to just make sure that you're breathing. So now we keep our focus on our breath, along with all the other things that do think about your breath. How are you breathing right now? Are you breathing shallow? Are you breathing deep? You don't need to change your breathing just yet. Just be aware of whatever is naturally happening at this moment. Again, looking at colors, looking at the things that you need to focus on, the cards in front of you. Be aware of how calm you are in this moment right now. Are there things or beings around you that are not as calm as you? Are there things that are more calm than you? And listening to the things around you, to the sounds, listening to my voice, to things happening outside, listening to the sounds that are happening inside. And you're breathing, focusing on a task, focusing on yourself. Now, inside, internally, or externally out loud, you can say what I'm going to say. Go through a couple of affirmations. I am a powerful being. I am love. I am a productive being. My productivity is my own. I am complete. I am whole. I am loved. I am worthy. I am productive. I'd invite you to think of a moment when you felt productive. Embodying the feeling of productivity right now while you're meditating or actively doing something. Embody that feeling of productivity. I am productive even while I rest. Same. I am productive even while I rest. It is productive to care about my health. It is productive to care about my well-being. My health is my own. I am productive even while I rest. I am loved. I love myself. I am complete. I am whole. And just focus on breathing now. Focus on driving, on breathing. Maybe you can hear the music behind me. Maybe you hear just my voice. Maybe you can hear things outside of your windows. But be aware of how calm you are right now. Is there an affirmation that your head keeps thinking about? Go ahead and say them to yourself. Say them out loud or in your head. And all the time, focus on your breathing. Feeling the air around you, the temperature. Hearing all the sounds. Feeling your hands. Feeling your seat bone, feet. Feeling your chest rise and fall and your stomach move in and out as you breathe. And maybe you take this time to straighten up a little more. Stand up straight, sit up straight, lay straight. Wiggle if you want to wiggle. Clap if you want to clap. Move the energy around if you need, if you want. Or don't. And I'm going to do a couple of guided breaths, which again, you can keep your eyes open if you want your eyes open, or you can close them. And we're going to breathe in for 4. Count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hold for 2. 1, 2, and then out for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, out. 1, 2, 3, 4. In. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can keep that going at your own pace if you want to. And this probably makes you feel a little more energetic, right? Probably gets you going a little more into the focus of whatever it is you're doing. And that's allowed. That's kind of the goal here. I'm going to invite all that close their eyes to now awaken their eyes, come back to the world, see the room around them, the things around them. And those of you who were already hyper-focused on your activity, go ahead and now take your activity at your level. Maybe not so focused in, but maybe the same focus. And you're just going to thank yourself for giving yourself the time and the love that you've just given yourself. And remember that you've been receiving Reiki, so you may feel like you need to drink some water, Your body might just feel super calm right now. Maybe you said, I had to stop. I could just only handle so much. I have to do the Reiki another time. So you accept the Reiki a second time of watching. That's fine too. I just want you to know that you've all done amazing at whatever way you've done this. There is no right and wrong as long as you're being safe. That's the goal. Remember, you can watch this again and again and again and again. You can watch this at any other random moment. The date of this video does not really matter. These energies can be pertinent at any point in your life. If you'd like to find me anywhere, you can find me at risewithedraizzo.com, Rise with Edra Izzo Instagram, Smokin' Edra Instagram, Happy Shits Are Happening podcasts, and many, many more places. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. I am very available. Just as a reminder for those who are going to be hearing this live, you have until Christmas 2022 to get my winter sale. So that's about 10% off from everything in store on my risewithedraizzo.com. That does include energy packages, coaching, healing, a lot of different things. My hooded scarves, all the like. So if you are able, I suggest highly to check out my winter sale, book something. You know, we can get you an energy package and we can book it for after the new year. So purchase it now, get it on sale. Enjoy the discount of this amazing winter season. Know that you're worthy, you matter. I'm proud of you. I'll see you guys later. Bye.